There are motorcycles that roar with the thunder of speed, some that dazzle with cutting-edge tech, and some that flex muscles like a heavyweight champ. But then there is a machine like the Honda CT125 Hunter Cub, a legend that doesn't need to shout to be heard. It's a bike that stands quietly in the shadows yet commands attention from anyone who knows what real adventure looks like. The moment your eyes land on it, there's this nostalgic pull, as if it's carrying the soul of a time when riding was raw, simple, and full of stories. And make no mistake, this is no showroom ornament for collectors to keep polished under a dust cover. This is a battle-tested companion for the wild, a two-wheeled explorer designed to take you where others won't even dare to dream. Born from Honda's legendary Cub lineage, the CT125 Hunter Cub is an evolution of an icon. The original Honda Cub became the best-selling motorcycle in history for one reason: it worked everywhere, for everyone. But the Hunter Cub takes that DNA and injects it with a rugged, go-anywhere spirit that feels like it's whispering, "Come on, let's see what's at the end of that dirt track." It wears its purpose like armor: high-mounted air intake, upswept exhaust, reinforced steel frame, and that minimalist bodywork that says, "I was built to be scratched, muddied, and ridden hard." Under its modest yet unshakable frame beats the heart of a 124cc single-cylinder, air-cooled engine. Now, don't let the numbers fool you. This isn't about horsepower that blows your hair back at 200 kilometers per hour. This is about torque where you need it most. The CT125 delivers smooth, low-end grunt that makes crawling up steep, loose trails feel effortless. The semi-automatic 4-speed gearbox means you don't even have to worry about a clutch lever, just toe through the gears and let the machine do the heavy lifting. With fuel injection ensuring clean, reliable power delivery in any conditions, it's the kind of bike that starts on the first push whether you're at sea level or halfway up a misty mountain track. And here's the beauty of it: this little warrior sips fuel like it's saving for retirement. With fuel economy figures hovering around 65 to 70 km/h, the Hunter Cub can keep you exploring for days without a pit stop. Pair that with a 5.3-liter fuel tank, and you've got the freedom to leave the city behind and not look back until you want to. This is a bike that makes you realize adventure doesn't need to cost a fortune in gas money, it just needs the right machine under you. Speaking of fortune, the CT125 Hunter Cub sits at a price point that's almost criminal for what you get. Depending on the market, it usually ranges around $4,000 $4,500, which means you're not just buying a motorcycle, you're buying Honda's bulletproof engineering, decades of proven reliability, and a machine that will probably outlast you if you take care of it. This is the type of investment that doesn't depreciate in spirit, no matter how many kilometers you put on it. But here's where the Hunter Cub hides its aces: its features aren't flashy for the sake of marketing. They're subtle, functional, and quietly brilliant. The raised intake. That means you can ford streams without flooding your engine. The rear cargo rack, big enough to carry camping gear, fishing rods, or even your week's groceries. The long travel suspension, tuned for comfort whether you're bouncing over potholes in the city or hammering down a rutted forest path. And let's not forget those 17-inch spoked wheels with semi-knobby tires. They give you the confidence to take the road less traveled without a second thought. Even the little things feel thoughtful. The exhaust shield keeps you from burning your leg during tight maneuvers. The LED headlight is bright enough to turn night rides into daylight explorations. The side stand kill switch ensures safety when parking on uneven ground. And that low 800mm seat height. It's a blessing for riders of all sizes, making mounting and dismounting a breeze, even when fully loaded with gear. There's something poetic about how the CT125 Hunter Cub blurs the line between commuter and explorer. Monday to Friday, it'll quietly get you to work, never complaining about traffic or weather. But come Saturday morning, it transforms. Suddenly, it's not a ride to the destination kind of bike, it is the destination. Every curve in the trail, every scent of pine or ocean spray, every crunch of gravel under your tires becomes part of the story you're writing. And that's perhaps the most beautiful part. This bike isn't about chasing speed records or proving something to strangers. It's about riding for the sheer joy of it, for the connection to the road, or the lack of one. It's about finding peace in motion and freedom in simplicity. You don't need a massive touring rig with a dozen electronic rider modes to feel alive. You just need a machine like the Hunter Cub, which strips riding back to its purest essence. It's also a reminder that true toughness doesn't come from size. In an age where motorcycles are getting bigger, heavier, and more complicated, the CT125 stands as proof that a lightweight, easy-to-handle bike can be the toughest of them all. You can drop it, scrape it, splash it through mud, and it'll just shrug and keep going. In many parts of the world, this bike isn't a toy, it's a lifeline, carrying farmers, workers, and explorers through places where roads are a rumor, not a guarantee. Owning one is like owning a passport to the forgotten roads, the overgrown trails, the hidden corners of your own backyard you never knew existed. It asks for so little yet gives so much. The smiles per mile ratio is off the charts, and the longer you ride it, the more you realize that Honda didn't just build a motorcycle, they built a companion for life's adventures. So here's the truth. The Honda CT125 Hunter Cub may not win drag races or pose like a supermodel in front of a cafe, but it will win your heart, one trail at a time. It's a machine that says, go on, take the long way home. It's the bike that turns every ride into a small expedition, and every stop into a story worth telling. And in a world obsessed with speed, status, and spectacle, maybe that's exactly the kind of hero we need on two wheels.